Hey Libra, how are you guys doing? I'm gonna do kind of like a lost love or closure reading. It's like a love reading for it seems to me like a lot of what I'm seeing. Let's put it this way, it's kind of like a reading for a person that you're no longer with. I call them an unrequited love reading or spread or whatever. It's kind of like a Celtic cross, but I changed the second half of it, and it helps you see what this other person is thinking, feeling, doing, how they feel about you, and the outcomes. It's usually good for like whoever is really on your mind. That a lot of times it is people's exes that pop up because they're still affecting you. You know what I mean? And sometimes people want to know if they're going to get back together with them or whatever. And or why is this person still bothering me? Like sometimes if you can't get them out of their head, it's because they're thinking about you and won't stop, right? Okay, let's see. And the beginning is a little bit like Celtic Cross. So this is them right now. Stuck up, like snobby, conceited. They probably have an like overabundance of financial gain or windfall, but they're really, or they got it in ill-gotten ways, and they're a bit like stuck up about it and kind of like lording it over other people. What's crossing them is the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is a challenge for them. It's a feminine energy of someone who could be either very passionate. It could have even been a one-night stand. Because with the Queen of Wands can be a very fiery, passionate person that can seem a little bit elusive, but it can also be a very, very stable person that's really good at running a home or a business. So you never know. And then reverse, they can be kind of erratic and, a bit aggressive, a bit pushy, feminine energy. And what they really, really want is a Queen of Cups, a stable nurturer. But what they have is a Hermit. So I think they're isolated right now. I think, so even though they have the Queen of Wands as their challenge, they're alone. Like they are probably living by themselves right now. And they're doing a lot of reflecting. Whether they are choosing to do the reflecting or not is up to them. But they do have that as their potential and their option. In the recent past, I think they've acted very out of character. They've probably, like, this can be like a porn or sex addict. It can be someone who is abusive. It can just be someone who is like disproportionate passion. Like, a ladies' man or a ladies' lady or whatever, who's running around chasing everyone, cannot stay focused or committed to one person or one thing. And in the future, they're going to be juggling and weighing their options because they still don't know what they want. Okay, now we're going to start getting good. We're going to do their current state and yours with the Druid cards. And then we're going to pull a card for how they did feel about you when y'all were together, how they feel about you right now, and how they will feel about you in the future. That Queen of Wands, it could be you guys for some of you. Maybe their challenge is that they're trying to get back together with you. Or if they're wanting a Queen of Cups, but what's crossing them is the Queen of Wands, maybe they feel like their options in love are not what they want. Like maybe they have an option to be with someone and it's not what they want. You might be the Queen of Cups and that might be what they want, but they get stuck with the Queen of Wands, which is not what they want. I don't know. Woo-wee. Okay. So they probably can see a whole lot. Like, they know a lot of what's going on. They can see the bigger picture pretty well. They might know you pretty well. They may have an idea of what they need to do to get what they want. You are emotionally probably a bit unstable. You know what I mean? Even if you're the Queen of Cups right now, I would say you're definitely not in a very good position. Now, I want to read this one for y'all. I've done it before because it's so intense. I feel like it does it really well when I read it. The water dragon is warning us to approach an exploration of our psyche and our past with caution. The conscious self can absorb the impact of only a limited amount of repressed or unconscious material being released into awareness. It is wise to work fractionally, little by little, to integrate unconscious material into our consciousness. It is often best for healing and wholeness to be achieved slowly. Beware also of allowing your emotions to rule you in a way that you will later regret. Because when you're in the situation of healing, basically like doing shadow work, and like I said, sometimes it can be like dormant, I've said this in other readings, dormant like child abuse or trauma that has surfaced because of what you're going through. And you have to be really cautious, or just at least when you're really young, you know, like say a first marriage that seemed ages ago and stuff. All these things may surface, and you might end up acting like impulsively, but that's just because you're emotionally unstable at the moment as these things surface. You do need to heal slowly. The only thing I don't like is that if in the past they were extremely like rough with you, they may have actually re-triggered and opened up those wounds. You know, I've had this happen to me too. If someone comes into your life who causes a lot of destruction and trouble and pain, wounds that you thought had healed, it's like they cut it open, that scar, and you find that there was a pocket of infection that had not been like, you know, cleaned properly. And you realize that there's a deep, nasty wound in there that you thought had healed up. You like, you know, you ignored it, you're fine, you're on your way, whatever. And once that reopens, you realize it was way, way more infected than you thought. And I think that maybe what they've done, the reason why I'm not crazy about this is if they're spending all their time thinking about how to get this, and they see a lot in context, in clear context, I think they're trying to find a way to manipulate you. I really don't like it. It just looks like someone who is like trying to find a way to get to you. I feel like they want to manipulate you. Like, I think they feel like they have a sense of power over you when they can get you emotional, you know? Oh, that's sick. It is sick. I've known people like that before, and it's heartbreaking that they do it. It's sad. I don't like this at all. Okay, we're gonna pull one card for, oh no, I forgot before we do these, we're gonna do the how they feel about yous. So let's get this done. Let's let spirit tell on this mofo. Because I'm already not liking them right now. Okay. Okay. Dang. Oh, that was at the bottom of the deck of the last one, but upside down when I did this. It was for Virgo. Okay. A 5 of Swords. Okay. So how they did see you was the Queen of Swords. They saw you as someone who was so smart and maybe even a bit defensive, but protective and honorable and truthful, and probably was not afraid to open up. Now they see you as being a bit stingy. It's the King of Pentacles reversed. So they see you, I was going to say, some of them feel like you've got a new partner in your life. Like if they see you as only feminine, but they see you like this, they're afraid that you have someone in your life who is like financially bad for you, and they're harming you and they know it, and they're like thinking, oh, this makes you weak, I can take advantage of you again too, right? But I do think for some of them, they feel like you're not being nurturing anymore. You're being stingy, you're being cruel, you're being, what do you call it? Unstable. And in the future, they will see you as backstabbing them, being cruel to them, being unfair to them, betraying them. And then with that, wanting to win at all costs, that's strange. They're juggling. It's who they are juggling in the future, but they see you as betraying them in the future. It's like, why? Because they can't get you to like, give in to them. They're trying to get you emotional. Man, you guys, I'm not kidding. You might want to check your Astro macros, because some other readings sound so similar to this. It's amazing the amount of X's or long lost loves who like want to come back around just to see if they can hurt you or get you emotional or upset again so they can feed off of your supply. Virgo is going through that. And you know, if you're like a Virgo Libra cusper, you might want to watch Virgo. Or if you have Virgo in your Astro macros, your sun, moon, rising, or like, you know, Venus or something, because this is like, I really feel like this person just needs to know they can assert power over you again. So this is the overall outcome, which I do like, because it is seeing things in a higher context, just like the hawk, but a little bit more powerful, and the ability to dive into the heart when needed. So you guys might, especially if they saw you as the Queen of Swords in the past, that means they have seen your logical side. They have seen you, because you got to think Libra can be very detached, suave. I have a Libra stellium. So even though Libras can seem warm and bubbly and kind, they can also seem very detached and cool and calm too, right? And very logical. And I think they've seen that side of you before, but they've also seen your emotional side. And I think they want that emotional side. They feel like they have power over you when they get you emotional. So that's what they want. But I think that you are learning how to balance your logic with your emotion. You're suffering right now. Like, you're hurting. You have that. I don't want to say just suffering. I want to say you are dealing with the suffering that you've endured that has stored in your body and your soul. And so as it comes forward, you might actually be able to use that eagle energy to process it a little at a time, methodically, and actually self-heal and do self-care. And I think they wanted to get you out of control. But if you're like consciously choosing that self-care, I don't think they're going to be able to, because they may be trying to be very logical and swoop in at just the right time to make you emotional, but you might also be logical and know when to swoop into your own heart when it's time. And you may be deciding, I'm going to dive into my emotions when I feel safe, when I want to, not when you say. But you still will be tempted to. With that water dragon reverse is warning you that, you know, you might be tempted to lose control if they come at you. Okay, so we are going to pull, we're going to pull 3 more cards. The outcome for just them, the outcome for just you, and the outcome for you both. And I do sometimes think the outcome for you both can be subjective to how you guys react to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you end up like butting heads and stuff, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. So, ooh, I'm gonna shuffle it. No, I'll take that one. Oh, it's death. Ooh, naughty, naughty. Oh, wow. I'm liking this, guys. I mean, it's okay. So their outcome is just not getting cooperation. I don't think they're going to get the cooperation out of you that they had expected. I think they thought they could still assert some sense of control over you, but they will fail. You are in your power, your high priestess power. Whether you're a feminine or masculine person, I think you understand how to tap into that intuition, that moonlight energy, that feminine, divine feminine energy, this calm nurturer that knows when to keep your secrets, knows when to keep your mouth shut, knows when to not reveal all the cards up your sleeve. And for both of you, it's death. It is what it is, right? It's the death of the relationship, or it's the death of a part of your life. But where there is death, there is rebirth, and there is new life, you know. So we do have 8 of Pentacles. There must be a reason why I said that, but I do have the 8 of Wands reversed at the bottom of the deck. So I think this person is going to stay so stuck. I think they really depended on you for supply when they could get you to lose control, and they just can't anymore. I am actually, okay, here's the thing. Like, I have seen like some people say that, like, you know, their viewers watch tarot because, like, you know, they're like, I don't know how to explain it. I've just seen some people say that their viewers are, you know, not leveling up or whatever. That they're the people that watch tarot. What I'm noticing when I'm doing my readings is that a lot of the people who are going to be resonating with my readings are people who are leveling up. These are not people that are going to resonate with my readings, are not people that are going to stay stuck in the same cycle. You people are leveling up. So many people are leveling up. You're learning, you're growing. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we have the Akashic Field reversed. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, let's see what it says. I want to do the full reading on that one. Because, you know, like I've been saying all night with all the other readings I've done, is that these things hurt. You know, when we go through this stuff, it hurts. It's not fun. And sometimes we feel like we might have messed up, might not always be the good one in the situation. Sometimes we're both a little good, a little bad, or whatever. But we learn from all those pain and this suffering, the school of life. We learn and we get better. We level up. We become mature and we actually accomplish something before everything is said and done, right? I'll hold it upright too so you can see how pretty it is. Okay. Do I have time? Oh yeah, we got time. I think it's still in the... It's hard for me to see the time on there when it's too far away. But I want to make sure like that I don't have to go over 30 just because, and I've got plenty of time. I don't want to have to like put the videos together. It takes forever. The Akashic field reversed indicates a time of fragmentation and agitated energy within or around you. I think it could be within you too, because you have that right now. You may be going through some sort of crisis, or you may be on the receiving end of some grief or hostility, which I also think is true, which is really throwing you for a loop. Your worry and panic is splitting your energy and causing a frantic vibration. You need to know that the universal consciousness of creation is still available to you. Eternal inspiration is always vibrating around you, but until you calm down and rein in the emotional intensity, you will be like a radio station tuned to the wrong frequency and picking up only static. The field and the world is filled with potential solutions to the very problems that are making you upset. So stop, take a step back, and try to get a new perspective on things. It may be advisable to look into past life influences, for they vibrate in the Akashic field as well. Wow. See, I know that sounds bad, but it's good, because if you recognize that, what is getting you upset, if you can take a step back from it, understand the answers and the solutions are already in the field. They're already here, guys. They're here. And I can't remember. I know I've seen it in more than one place. But I know I had heard, I listen to different tarot readers at different times. I try not to listen, the ones I like. I don't like to listen to just one all the time because I don't want their personality style to influence me. It just feels weird, right? But I remember listening to the autistic mystic, and I remember him saying something. One of his cards says, trust the process. And I was like, because I was like, I know he's right. I know he's right. The problem is sometimes when like nothing is showing in the exterior, it can be hard, you know? And I feel like for you guys, like you really need to be able to take a step back from these problems, and you need to be able to trust the process. You need to be able to trust that the answers are there. You know what I've always told myself before, and I know this is going to sound cheesy. I don't do it every time I readings, but like what I've told myself to get through things before is I have noticed that God, creator, source, whatever you want to call it, always has the one answer you never thought of. You know, it always comes in a way you never expected. And I like to think about the fact that, you know, sometimes an arrow has to be pulled back before it can go that much faster into its destiny. And pressure makes diamonds. And I know I could go on and on, but you know, I think about these things because we go through hard stuff, but it's okay. Okay, these are two different cards I got from my personal cards. I've been watching Could You Be the One? This person is being called by spirit to pursue you. They may be obsessive and reckless. They have good intentions, just approach with caution. Guys, I think, again, so many other people I've seen this happening. You probably have somebody new on the way. Somebody's already watching you. And it says, could you be the one? That's not what a past love would be thinking, right? Could you be the one? Like, this is someone who has not had a taste of you yet. And this person may have really good intentions, because the reason why I have that card in there is because sometimes people are influenced by lower level spirits to pursue you. And it's for all the wrong reasons, like to snuff out your light and stuff. But there may be a person who's already watching you who is actually being called by spirit, who is actually like destined to pursue you. But the only thing is they may seem a little bit obsessive when you meet them, and they might actually seem a little bit like you're gonna have to approach with caution, because of the fact that since they seem a little bit obsessive, or reckless, you have to be careful, because you know, if you've had a bad dysfunctional relationship with someone before, you may not know if they're love bombing or if they're, you know, bad for you. So you still want to be very, very cautious about this new relationship, you know, especially with this drama you've been dealing with. Good grief, it's crazy. But at least you're learning how to, hopefully, I believe that if you trust this, you trust that the answers are there, you will learn when to tap into those emotions and when to stay logical. If you made it this far, guys, please give me a like or a comment. You know, even if it's just a heart or a star. Let me know if it resonated. I'd appreciate it. And sub if you want some more. I love you, and I bless you until next time.